And this is the second time, round 2. So if you guys are getting the same video twice or a very similar interview 2 times in a row, Rebekah has been so nice to agree to do this again, because we recorded our Facebook Live already and everything seemed to work, but I can't find it anywhere on my page, and I can't find it on her feed. And we don't have any. Yeah, it is missing. Oh, and we have a heart. So now we know it's probably your husband. So let me introduce to you this awesome woman. Her name is Rebekah Saltzman, and she's from Haifa now. And her company is called Balagan, and she's an expert organizer. And we're going to ask her a little bit about how she came to be living in Israel, how she came to be a professional organizer, what she can do for your life, what her philosophy is behind all of it. And now I know all of this because 5 minutes ago we just did a 20-minute interview. So we're going to do it again, and it's going to be a lot better this time.
Even better.
Right, at least me. And hopefully you guys aren't going to get it twice. If you are, then choose the one you like best. Let us know. So Rebekah, you came to Israel in 2014.
I did.
Why?
We wanted to have a lifestyle change, leave New York, and have a more slow-paced life, but still live in a real city near the water. We couldn't find a community that we liked in America, so we came to Israel. We love Haifa. We love living near the beach. It's really calm and relaxing. We could see it from our window.
That's nice.
There's less traffic in Haifa.
A lot.
That's awesome. It's really cool there. It's a more relaxed living. We feel sort of like vacation. I mean, even though we have jobs and we work our regular lives, like as if we lived anywhere else, we still feel like, we can head to the beach. We eat dinner there some nights. It's really nice. We like it. It's really beautiful.
It is beautiful there. So, you.
I want to know how I got started.
I actually know how you got. Let me tell you how you got started. No, but what I want to know is before let's go. Let's just latch on to still talk a little bit about your Aliyah. How are the kids doing? How is your family adjusting to living in Israel? It's not the easiest thing in the world for people to come. Some people feel at home right away, and others struggle for many, many years. So where do you guys fit on that?
So we picked Haifa because we really wanted our kids to learn Hebrew, and we really wanted to learn Hebrew. For us, people hear our accents and they're like, oh, let's practice our English, and they speak to us in English. But for our kids, they speak excellent Hebrew. And we feel like even though Aliyah has its challenges, we definitely feel like we're in a great groove. The community in Haifa is so nice to us, and everybody helps us. And really, when we need something, we have so many people we can talk to and ask for help. And it's like a little family there, and it's really nice. And
do you have family here?
We have cousins here, but no one like in our closest immediate family. Unfortunately, we would love them to come make Aliyah with us, but they're not ready.
So you be careful, because I moved to Israel by myself in a long time ago. I've been here for like 25 years. And my parents, who are now, my mom's in her 70s, my dad's in his 80s, they just moved to Israel from Australia.
Do you like that?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, it must be helpful for you having them close by.
It's really helpful. I love it.
Living in Australia, that's so far away.
Right. No. I do love it. And you guys know that I love it. And my sister's here. She's been here since I've been here too. So that's really, it's just the two of us. And so our family is here, and our kids are all here, and it's really, really nice. And my husband's family also.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. Okay,
the kids are really adjusting, and it takes time. We had a 3-year plan, and we decided that no matter how bad it got, we weren't leaving until we got to our 3-year Aliyah anniversary. And so we haven't hit that yet. But the truth is because we had that goal, it doesn't look like we're going to go back. We really are happy here, and it's a really nice... I
love that.
A nice place for us. And the truth is that there are difficulties wherever you go. So sometimes navigating them in Hebrew is more challenging. I mean, it's always more challenging, but I like a good challenge.
Good for you. Yeah, and the language barrier is a big one, especially writing in Hebrew. It's really, really big. My Hebrew now is fine, but I still have. I'm always embarrassed if I make spelling mistakes, which I make in every word. I make like 2 different spelling mistakes,
No worries,
but
I
it
make
just
those
is what it
English.
is. And if that's the worst thing that really can happen. And I force myself to read the newspaper every day in Hebrew and everything like that. You have to just keep pushing. No, I've been here for a long time, and I'm still pushing. But so let's talk about how you came to be the owner of Balagan Begun. So you're a sole owner. This is it's just you,
Sorry, that
right?
whole word. What is it? Solopreneur.
Solopreneur. You are a solopreneur. You're an entrepreneur. You're a woman who started your own business, and you might have a team of people that look like you going out in like 5 years' time if you want to make a scale into a big business. But to start off with,
Well, I really
it's just
want to
you.
have a TV show. So anybody who wants to put me on TV, I'm ready for you.
See, I learn new things about you every conversation.
Like I would love to organize on TV because I feel like it could bring my style, which is different from most other organizers, into like the mainstream and really force people to think about what they have in their houses and how they get those things and why they purchase them, and think about it from like a more holistic, minimalistic, environmental sort of approach.
Okay. So let's say if I call you and I say to you, Rebekah, I'm drowning. There's no way, I can't even go in that room anymore. Okay. And it's ruining my life. I really need help. I've tried. I can't do it on my own. I always start, every time you take out one drawer, the whole room blows up, yeah. Right? So, which happily is not my situation. And if it was, I wouldn't say. But it isn't. But let's say somebody calls you, then what do you do?
Well, so the first thing that people always say to me is, I'm probably the worst you've ever seen. And I'm really embarrassed, but I guarantee you're probably not the worst I've ever seen.
I didn't think about that. And that I wouldn't necessarily be embarrassed about how disorganized I am, but it's kind of private to go through people's stuff.
It is, but that's not really the thing that people are embarrassed about. The thing that they're embarrassed about is just like the sheer amount of things, or they didn't really realize it got that bad, or any number of things related to,
so
the amount of stuff. So you call me. Yeah. The first thing we do is we have a Skype session. This way I can see exactly what you have, and I can make an assessment on how much time we need to spend together. And I can see, like, where your really problem areas are, where your maybe not so problem areas are. Like, a lot of people have problem areas in paperwork. Some people have problem areas with clothes. Some people have it with toys. Some rooms don't have dedicated spaces, so we don't really know what the room is for. There's no like zones or areas that are dedicated for like specific for laundry, specific for work, specific for toys, and it's just all mishmashed, and that creates like a whole lot of disorganization because people don't know where anything goes. And I think the number one problem that people have is they have too much stuff, and so they don't have all their stuff doesn't have homes, and that's really the real problem. That's what creates disorganization, when what you have doesn't have a place to live. And then our stuff ends up, overtaking us, and it controls us instead of us controlling the stuff. But so when you call me, we do a Skype session, and I see how much stuff you have, how long I think it will take, and I always estimate a little bit extra because everybody has a secret stash. I mean, everybody. And they don't show it to me because they're like a little embarrassed the first time they see me, like, I have a secret stash, I can't show it to you yet, but I get to your house and I find it. It's under the bed, it's in a closet, it's on the top shelf of the closet, like any numerous, sometimes it's buried deep in the basement, but it's always there.
I'm going to go find mine. Okay. So,
right. So after I estimate how much time, then we'll set up a time to work together. I'll come to your house. I will take everything out. We'll sort through each piece by piece, and we will put back whatever you want to keep, whatever you decide to discard, which is different than a lot of other organizers. I'll take it away. So if you have clothing that's still in good condition, I'll donate it. I work with the Heart Association that's in Haifa, and I take it there for donations of like furniture, toys, clothes, whatever is
Everything.
decided that you're getting rid of. If it's not donatable, then I'll recycle it appropriately. And I will take it away. If you have paper that needs to be shredded, I'll make sure it gets shredded. If you have papers that need to get scanned, I'll scan them. So
you do the documents too?
Yeah, so I bought a high
That's
scanner.
wild.
I charge for it, obviously, but
What about photos?
So actually, I don't do photos, but I know someone who does, and I can send them away for you.
Okay. Okay, so that's a good partnership.
Yeah.
No, this is blown my mind now because we didn't talk about the documents.
No.
All right, so this is amazing.
Yeah. And we can save them either to a flash drive or we can upload them to your choice of Dropbox or Cloud or whatever you want.
And then what do you do with the originals usually?
Shred them.
All right, so this is amazing. Everybody needs this service. There's nobody who doesn't. Right? Most people need it. Like I'm pretty organized, as I said before, but but now you touched on the paperwork.
Yeah, paperwork
whole
is a
different
big
thing.
problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, very interesting. And the photos. Yeah. Okay. So who is your average client? Like what like your typical client?
Everyone is my client. It doesn't matter what gender you are, what race, what creed, whatever you are. You probably have too much stuff and you could use a little help getting rid of it. I look at myself as a trainer. You hire someone to help you lose weight or to exercise with you or just to show up and make you do it, hold you accountable. And I hold people accountable for their clutter.
Right. So they can do it. They can have a major session with you, and then they can have call you again to do kind of a refresher if they might need after a few months or things got out of control again a little bit.
So the way that it works is that we'll have a 4-hour session minimum. You can't really do less.
That makes sense.
It's just not enough time, 2 hours. If I've already been to you like 5 times and you just have 2 hours and you have a small space that we need to work on, then maybe I'll say yes to 2 hours. But in general, you need 4 hours. Most people need 6 at a time. Most people in general, on average, need about 15 hours worth of help.
Okay.
That's average. Some people need 100 hours. Some people need 10.
Okay.
It just depends on the person.
Okay, that's good to know. So it's not like an ongoing huge project. Which is if you're doing it by yourself, right? But if you have then it's like half a day or maybe 2 half days. I don't know how you usually do that, but
so actually I am running a special. If you book with a friend, it actually saves you like 250 shekel, which is great. Because then I do 4 hours with you and 4 hours with your friend. And the great thing about doing it that way is that you have a team member, someone else to hold you accountable in addition to me. And so yeah, that's been working out really well. People really like booking with their friends. Tell me again the other question you just asked me.
I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. That was well said. Now, we talked like half an hour ago about the zero waste movement. I want to make a quick mention of that because I'm a little worried that the battery is going to go out. We're going to have to do the whole thing again. I don't want to do that. So we're going to kind of, let's talk about the zero waste movement.
Okay.
And you mentioned it, but I'm going to say that, B. Johnson was on my program, on the podcast. This program was about a month ago, so you can go back and listen to her and all about her story. But this is Rebekah's story. So how do you incorporate that into your work?
So I have a degree from Parsons School of Design in fashion design, and I just didn't like working in fashion. And I spent most of my career working as a graphic designer until about 4 years ago when I quit my job where I was making a product that nobody really needed, and it went in the trash and had a huge environmental impact to make. And I had read Zero Waste Home, which had given me the courage to quit my job. And I had a part-time job on the side with someone who was making Aliyah and who needed help downsizing their house, organizing their house, removing, taking away, deciding what they were going to take with them to Israel, and to take it away so it didn't end up in the trash. That's amazing. How I got to where I am. And she was just like a huge inspiration to me. After I read her book, I was like, whoa, this is a little bit extreme, but there's so many things in her book that are so easy to implement. Reusable shopping bags, reusable water bottles, no more paper towels, so many things that just make It's actually easier. I have
It's a
so much
lot
less
easier.
trash in my house. We compost now. We used to take out about 10 trash bags a week. Now we take out.
Okay, so we just got a phone call. So, and anyway, having less things in your house, even if you read the zero waste, if you're part of the zero waste, or if you just want to be more organized, having fewer things is very freeing. It's very, it's really, it gives you strength, right? You have less waste, less brain.
Well, it makes things
Use,
easier.
right?
You don't have to search for things. Where is my black sweater? Where is my gray sweater? Well, if you only have 3 sweaters, you're always going to know.
No, I've suddenly become very popular. So, I can't remember.
We were
what
talking
saying.
about having less stuff.
Right.
And how it's easier to find things if you have less stuff. It just makes getting dressed in the morning easier. It makes cooking easier. It makes everything easier when you don't have as much to search for or look for or find out or put away or clean up. It's less laundry. It's less cleaning. It makes cleaning easier. I mean, you're always going to have to clean the toilet or clean the sink, but if there's less stuff on the sink,
Right.
it's so
fewer
much
things to
easier
put
clean.
away,
Yeah.
fewer things to move around.
Right. It takes less time. For people who want to save time, having less things will save you a lot of time. Like if people are always wondering where their time goes, just declutter and you'll have much more time.
Okay, so I think this is the real crux of it, of the benefits of having your space organized, if it's your closet or if it's your office or if it's the kitchen or whatever it happens to be. Okay, this is really, really good. So I think we're going to end here before something else bad happens. And it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks. It's
really,
been
really
fun to be here.
Good. So, any other solo woman who has a small business or even a little bit larger business or has their own store and are interested in having being featured on the Strong Women's Club page and doing a Facebook Live with me, I will. If you have a shop, I'll come over to you and we'll show off your things. This is just a great way to be able to highlight Jewish women business owners in Israel. And I'm excited about starting this and getting more women like you who are starting their own businesses or working and fulfilling the dreams, really.
So can I just say, if you don't live in Haifa, wherever you live, don't worry about contacting me. We can work something out. If you live in America, no problem. If you live in Beit Shemesh, Jerusalem, don't worry. Just call me and we'll work something out.
Okay, great. So, perfect. And the other thing I wanted to remind you about is the Strong Jewish Women's Summit coming up at the end of February. Please keep checking on the Facebook page, the Strong Women's Club Facebook page, where you are now, and I'll keep you posted about new speakers and when the website is actually done, which is going to be soon, hopefully, and you'll be able to sign up and get lots and lots of new information as soon as it comes up. So thank you, Rebekah. And your company, before we go off, is called Balagan Begone, and the URL is www.balaganbegone, right? So
.com, yeah. BALAGANBEGONE.com. Balagan Begone.
Balagan Begone, and your email address is there. They can contact you through that.
Rebekah, REBEKAH at balaganbegone.com, but you can contact me through Facebook.
Okay, perfect. So thanks very much. I really hope this goes well. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.